Another guy that I met at Love One Out was an ex-gay mentor in my life moving throughout that year, 2008. And towards the end of my ex-gay experiences, he invited me to his house for a week. And while I was there, he said, I want to introduce you to the Cuddle Ministry. I was like, well, what is that? And he said, well, what we do is we cuddle throughout the day, throughout the night, and if you feel attraction, we stop. We talk about it. It's a very safe place.
I don't mean to be crass, but that's some gay-ass shit.
So, it is pretty gay, let's be honest.
That's the gayest thing I've ever heard of, in the most literal sense of the word.
Yes. Right? So, we cuddled in his bed for a week. And every time that I felt attraction, we stopped.
What do you do during the day? What does this guy do all day? Does he go to work? Does he have a job? What are the logistics of this? How is he able to do this for 24 hours a day or 7 days a week?
Right.
Does he take donations from the Cuddle Ministry? I mean, I'm just confused by the financial aspect of this.
I know he volunteered at like a Christian house or something. It was like one of those 24/7 come here to pray places. He had some. Oh, he worked at Pier 1. That's right. I forgot. Yes.
Because that is the
straightest job.
It is. I have never seen anybody but heterosexual men.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
See, a little bit of alcohol, and I suddenly get the vivid details of my conversion therapy experiences.
So wait, so he invited you over to her house. I'm just confused about this.
Of
So you're
course.
over at his house. So is he going to like Pier 1 and he's like, don't do anything while I'm gone?
No.
Assume the cuddle position until I return.
Oh my god. No, I think he had like the week off.
So that actually makes me more confused. So he legitimately, neither of you worked this whole week. You both were in the house the whole time.
Well, I was working at a grocery store at the time, and I was part-time. So I ended up taking 2 weeks off because I had 1 week with the ex-gay mentor and 1 week at another Exodus International conference called the Freedom Conference, which was right afterwards. So I had 2 full weeks of the ex-gay life.
So you were like, not even like figuratively, like literally in a dude's house,
In his bed.
cuddling the dude
In his bed.
7 days a week,
Right.
24 hours a day. I mean, you have to get food and shit, I'm assuming, but other than that, pretty much, right?
We watched Mulan and cuddled.
That is even gayer. This just keeps getting gay.
I mean,
this is the gayest thing.
So it's actually pretty hilarious, but I think it's worth talking about because for the longest time, there was an issue that I had with touch because I had associated arousal with a halt.
Yeah.
I needed to stop.
Yeah, I mean, that's just horrible conditioning for yourself.
Right. Especially at 18, and especially it's such a vulnerable place.
So is that what you had to do? You literally had to be like, okay, like, I mean, how many times did you have to stop during that week of cuddling?
Several. He had to stop too a couple times. And this guy,
He's gay.
It's very effective.
He's gay. I'm just confused how you both didn't screw each other at that point. I mean, seriously, holy hell.
it's so funny. I'm not going to give out his name just because
That's understandable.
I just, you know,
Don't want to shame him.
But if you met this guy, you would just be like, bruh, you are gay.
Yeah, gay.
like,
Yeah, gay.
like